The Pokemon Company International sent me a lot of Paradox Rift, and we're gonna open some of it today. Welcome to Dark Bear Dojo. I'm Nick. Yes, this is the first video I'm making under the new channel, Dark Bear Dojo. And very quickly, the reason I wanted to change the channel is because 9-card TCG really meant nothing. And Dark Bear Dojo, what I want the channel to be is a place. I want it to be a place that people can go to enjoy, learn, train, right? That's what a dojo is. It's a place you go to learn something that you enjoy or are passionate about. And I don't want people to be a fan of me. I want people to be a fan of the thing that we are building together, the community that we're creating. And that's what I want Dark Bear Dojo to be. And I think it does a great job at exemplifying that. So if you want to be a more active member of the community, please, by all means, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Tells YouTube this is a good channel. Other people should watch it. Helps the channel grow. I have a Discord in the video description. There's a link. You could join, hang out, and talk with other people in the Pokemon community. Even if you're not the most competitive person in the world, you just want people to talk Pokemon with. That's kind of what I'm trying to build. And I hope to see you there. But with all that said, I have to give a huge thank you to the Pokemon Company for sending me this Paradox Rift gift. Absolutely incredible. I was flabbergasted. Anyway, without further ado, we're just going to get straight into this opening. So here we are. We got the Paradox Rift booster box. Absolutely wild to me. Again, can't thank Pokemon enough for sending me all this stuff. I was honestly stunned when I opened that box. I was not expecting this, so I can't thank them enough. I have a bunch of cards that I want from this set, honestly. I'm really looking for Garchomp and Garchomp EX and Roaring Moon EX. Those are the cards that I want absolutely the most. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to give away these codes. I don't really need them, so feel free to enjoy the codes. I hope you get some good stuff when you pull on TCG Live. So we got a Toxel. I have not seen a lot of these cards, so this is the first time seeing a lot of these. Tangled Feet. If this Pokemon is confused and is damaged by an attack, flip a coin if heads prevent that damage. Okay, so you kind of get 2 flips. That's you're never going to use that. Cursed Duster. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack on your opponent's Pokemon, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. It's pretty cool. Placing damage counter is not damage from an attack, I don't think. And also, like, burn and poison are not damage from attacks. So we don't have to worry about that. Iron Jugulis. So if you notice, now we have this future tag. Paradox Rift is going to feature cards that have the future and ancient tags. And those are cards that are going to interact with each other, right? It's the idea of like Paradox Pokemon being future or prehistoric alterations or iterations of Pokemon, whatever they are. And now we're getting that in the TCG. If you play the video game at all, then you already know. Hey, get out of here. Then you already know how popular some Paradox Pokemon are. Roaring Moon being a pretty popular one, Iron Hands being an incredibly popular one, along with Fluttermane. So we're gonna start to see some of these cards in the TCG. Iron Hands EX, something that I definitely want to be able to get my hands on. Defiance Vest. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, the Pokemon this card is attached to takes 40 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon. That's a good card. We're gonna put that to the side. We got a Durant. We got a reverse Tinkaton. Oh, we got a art rare Blitzel. Very nice. This is a beautiful card. Oh my goodness, that is stunning. It's kind of like glowing in the dark. Absolutely love that. And we have a Hollow Xatu. This is actually a pretty good card, the Xatu. Clairvoyant Sense. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic psychic energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you attach an energy using this ability, draw 2 cards. It's a stage 1, so that might see a little bit of use. I don't know how much use, but it might see a little bit of use. So far, you know, Roaring Moon EX, Iron Hands EX, and Garchomp EX. Those are the things that I'm really, really looking for. I don't care if they're the full arts. I don't care if they are alt arts, whatever. I just want to be able to get a playset of the Roaring Moon. That would make me very, very happy. Tulip, for any combination of psychic Pokemon and psychic energies from your discard into your hand, it's okay. What is happening with this Dondozo? Supplemental Swallow Up. Why is the text so far shifted to the right? That's kind of weird, right? Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may attach any number of basic energy cards you find there to this Pokemon. It's okay, right? It's 160, so it's probably going to get knocked out the next turn by most things. There's the regular reverse Blitzel and a hollow Zacian. I should just get rid of that dark energy, or the energies at the beginning, shouldn't I? That's how little I do pack openings, by the way. I'm not very good at it. So we'll go ahead and give you this code card. We'll get rid of this grass energy. Oh, I got it right! Look at that! Hey! You love to see it. So we got a Loudred. Can I get this under the camera? That would be lovely. Remoraid, a Pumpkaboo, a Zubat. Toedscool. Screamtail is something that's actually pretty good. Oh, okay, so Roaring Scream. Again, this is the Ancient. We saw the future. Ancient tag. Roaring Scream for Psychic and a Color. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. We could throw on a Bravery Charm to give it an extra 50 health. And we can power this thing up and put damage counters on it with the Gardevoir EX. So now this thing has an extra 50 health. It has 140. Now we can get 6 energies on this thing. We just do a ton of damage. Really cool. And it's to one of your opponent's Pokemon, which means it can go to the bench. So that's kind of cool. And then we have this Technical Machine De-Evolution. When you attach this tool to a Pokemon, you can use the attack, and then this card is discarded at the end of the turn, regardless of whether or not you use the attack. But for a single colorless energy, the attack is De-Evolution. De-evolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon by putting the highest stage evolution card into their hand. Really, really nutty. Absol and a Garganacl. In Energizing Rock Salt, attach a basic fighting energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon. And then it heal 30 damage from the Pokemon that you attach an energy to. Some really, really playable, some really good cards in this set. So, I know I'm going a little slow. Like I said, I'm kind of enjoying the art. I'm going to read out some of these cards, some of the, okay, I was going to say fire, but I said it in my head. I'm going to be reading out some of the attacks and abilities. Call for Family, not super useful because I don't know who's going to be playing that, but whatever. We got Turbo Energize. It's the same thing as Technical Machine De-Evolution. We attach it, it gets discarded at the end of the turn, but now for that single colorless energy, we search our deck for up to 2 basic energies and attach them to one of our bench Pokemon. Actually, we attach them to our bench Pokemon in any way we want. Sorry. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies and attach them to one of your bench Pokemon in any way you want. Very, very cool. Well, Trio, Techno Radar. Is this like a reverse? It's like kind of glossy, but it's not a reverse. It's just a little glossy. This is a future tool card. You can only attach this card if you discard. You can only play it if you discard a card from your hand. Search your deck for up to 2 future Pokemon revealed. They'll put them in your hand. Very, very good. Tinkatank, Wimpod, and a Hollow Latios. This is actually a gorgeous card. The artwork on that is stunning. Wow. So yeah, a lot of really cool cards in this set. And I'm just kind of putting some of the more playable ones off to the side, as you can see. We haven't really gotten much yet, but that's okay. Grass, fighting, whatever. I'm just happy to be able to be opening this. Vanillish, Onyx, Luxurious Cape. If the Pokemon this card is attached to doesn't have a rule box, it gets an extra 100 health. If it's knocked out by damage from an attack of your opponent's Pokemon, that player takes an extra prize. So we can go ahead and slap a Luxurious Cape onto Screamtail. Now it gets 190 health, which means we could put 9 energies on this thing. And sure, we would, right, if you don't know, Gardevoir EX's ability lets you attach a Psychic Energy from your discard to one of your Psychic Pokemon. But it takes 20 damage when you do that. Well, now we put 2 damage onto the Screamtail and a Psychic Energy, and we have 190 health, which means we can put 9 energy, because 9 times 2 is 180, leaving us with 10 health left. But we took a ton of damage in the process. Now we do, 20 damage for each, to one of our Pokemon for each damage counter. That's insane. That's insane, right? We put 180 damage counters on this thing. We're doing 360, and it's a single prize basic Pokemon. We could do that all in one turn. There are turns where you can get 7, 8, 9 energies onto a Psychic Pokemon with Gardevoir. I still have to keep going through this pack. Cyclizar, Simisear, Reverse Gliscor, Reverse Parasol Lady, and a Volcanion. So that Screamtail can be really, really lethal inside of a Gardevoir deck. Not looking forward to having to deal with it, because again, it's a single prize or something you can just slap down at the end of the game and say, okay, I don't care if you could knock this out, because I'm going to do a massive amount of damage anyway and win the game right now. So, Doublade, Surskit, Magby, Flamigo, everybody's favorite amigo, Garbodor, Technical Machine Evolution. So this is the inverse of de-evolution. Choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Shuffle your deck. So you can't skip. You can't go from like Gible to Garchomp. You'd go from Gible to Gabite, and then on your next turn you could evolve into the Garchomp. But still really cool, especially for Stage 1 decks. Ferroseed, Lock 6, and the Hollow Xatu yet again. I don't think I took that other Xatu out, so I'm going to do that very quickly before I forget to do it. And then I'll never actually go and do it. There we go. So, still haven't gotten the art rare, but haven't seen anything wild or spectacular. So I'm kind of just hoping that this box is a little back heavy. I feel like the last few booster boxes that I've opened, dark. Okay. The last few booster boxes that I've opened have been kind of dark heavy. I mean, if I'm going to have the Xatus, I should probably have the Naltus, right? Ferroseed. So, hopefully this is kind of similar. Mela, you can only play this card if one of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Attach a basic fire energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon, any one of your Pokemon. If you do, draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Pretty cool. Slitherwing, and the ancient Pokemon, Burning Turbulence, 120 damage. This does 90 damage to itself. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Orthworm, Toedscruel, and a Thievial. Bob and Run. When you evolve this Pokemon, your opponent reveals the hand. Choose 2 energy cards you find there. Shuffle them into your opponent's deck. Control could probably make use of something like that, but I certainly won't. So, goes into the bulk pile for me. But I'm sure everybody is thinking the same thing I am, that Sander might be able to make something happen with that. I'm sure there's a Zoro box type deck that can make use of that, but probably not, because it has to evolve. It has to be played when it's evolved, not the other way, like not just coming into play. Counter Catcher is something that a lot of people are going to be playing. You can only use this card if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switching one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Incredible item card there. And we got the Absol, Purloin, and Liepard, and Espathra Stance. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may prevent all damage and effects from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. No one cares. To this Pokemon, no one cares. If it was to the active Pokemon, now maybe we got something to talk about. But to that Pokemon, I'm not gonna run a stage 1 that does 70 damage, maybe 140 if I have a supporter, a specific supporter in my discard pile. Still cool. It's just not worth it. Tinkatink, Charcadet, Flittle, Trubbish, Crobat, Rourke, Minior. You attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, switch it with your active. Nimble, Miltank, and a Hollow Zekrom. Okay. I don't understand why all these random legendaries just get reprinted into sets. Like, what does Zekrom have to do with Scarlet and Violet or Paradox Rift at all? Nothing. Why is it in there? It's not even It's not even... Can you even bring Zekrom into Scarlet and Violet? Like, why am I... Oh, Gibble, okay. Why am I caring? Why is that even in the set? I just don't get it. Like, it should be a Pokemon that can, at the very least, go into Scarlet and Violet. But, what do I know? Lock 6 and a... Oh, that is the rare. Okay. I could have sworn I took the energy off. Maybe I'm just... Because it was a metal, I was thinking about last pack. I don't know. I do not know, but... You know, I think we're due for a hit, maybe. Grass, Psychic, whatever. Turns out I'm not Psychic, otherwise I would have gotten that. Porygon. Or Corio, yeah, I think we're definitely due for a hit. This is getting, I don't want to say concerning, right? But we're, Brute Bonnet. Okay, Toxic Powder, the ancient Pokemon. It's a basic. Once during your turn, Pokemon has an ancient booster energy capsule. You may make both active Pokemon poisoned, and then Rampaging Hammer does 120 damage for 2 dark and a colorless. It's not really that good. Hone Edge and a Porygon Z. Brute Bonnet, just like in the game, not that good. Amoonguss is far better as a competitive Pokemon than Brute Bonnet. So... there's your code. Lightning. Fighting. The thing that's Lightning is weak to. Fighting. Horsey. Jolt. That's kind of cute. I'm not going to lie. Not to. Sure. Remoraid. Masquerain. Oh, Ancient Booster Capsule Energy. Very nice. You can only attach it to Ancient Pokemon, but the Ancient Pokemon gets an extra 60 HP, recovers from all special conditions, and can't be affected by any special condition. So that Brute Bonnet we just saw, if we attach this booster energy to the Brute Bonnet, now it has 180 health, and I can Toxic Powder, make both Pokemon poisoned, but actually the Brute Bonnet doesn't get poisoned because of the effective Ancient Booster Capsule Energy, saying that I can't be affected by special conditions. So that's something, I guess, but I'm going to keep that because it's a card that will be used in Roaring Moon decks. Garbodor. Ooh, Armarouge EX. Okay, first hit of the day, Crimson Armor. If this Pokemon has full HP, it takes 80 less damage from attacks of your opponent's Pokemon. Scorching Bazooka for 2 colorless, 40 plus 40 more for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. There are a bunch of ways to get fighting energy, fire energies attached to Pokemon. Magma Basin, there's the other Armarouge that lets you move energies. Charizard EX, like, I said Magma Basin, like, then this Mela or Raihan, like, there's a bunch of ways to get fire energies into play. So, it's okay. It would be very similar, or it is similar to Centiskorch. It's not as good as Centiskorch VMAX was because it doesn't let you accelerate energies from the discard after you attack. So, there's that. I'm just going to kind of stack up these playables because it's kind of getting all over the place. And we'll do the hits. So there you go. These are the new Dragon Shield Truth Sleeves, by the way. I absolutely love them. Cool gold metallic type of thing. I think of like the gold cloaks from Game of Thrones. That's kind of like the vibe I get from that was a terrible. There you go. That's like the vibe I get from the Truth Sleeves. We got a Gimme Ghoul. Continuous coin toss, 20 damage. Flip a coin until you get tails. It does 20 damage for each heads. I'm gonna put it to the side because the Gimme the Golden Go is actually not bad. Jirachi. This is the card that everybody wants. Stellar Veil. Prevent all damage counters from being placed on your bench Pokemon by effects or attacks used by your opponent's basic Pokemon. This is 100% a Sableye counter from Lost Zone decks. Zebstrika, Crocolore. We got a Slitherwing, Norman, and a Mousehold EX. Okay, there we go. Solidarity. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if it's knocked out, place 3 damage counters on the attacker Pokemon for each of your Tandemaus, Mousehold, and Mousehold EX in play. And then Nom 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 incisors, 120 damage for 2 colorless, draw 2 cards. So it's okay. You know, we can get like 4 or 5, I guess technically, because we can use the Zoroark right, to transform into a Mousehold. And then we could have 4 Mousehold EXs, for example. And now we're getting 30 times 5. We're hitting for an additional 150 just because they hit into us. That's kind of cool. So if like a Cramorant wants to try to ping us for 110, we come right back and counter and actually take a KO on the Cramorant without actually having to attack. So that's kind of cool. And also, if we can, this works well into other single prize decks where we would never want to take a 2-shot on a single prize Pokemon. But now, because we're going to be putting 100, 150, whatever kind of damage, 90, 120 onto a single prize Pokemon because they attack into us, now we can go ahead and, attack and actually get the KO. So that's kind of cool. And then the Grass Energy. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why I put the Deoxys over there. It does not belong to be in that pile. So Mousehold EX, not bad. It's not the EX I'm hoping to get, the Armarouge and the Mousehold, but you know what? I'll take whatever I can get. Enjoy your code. Let me know in the comments below if you get anything good from any of these codes that we're giving out here. Wiglet, Orbeetle, oh, okay, Cloth, Orthworm, Yamask, Natu, and a Milotic. Once during your turn, when you play a Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability. Each player puts a basic Pokemon from their discard pile onto their bench. Your opponent puts a basic Pokemon on their bench first. If you are already playing a deck that uses the Life Dew or whatever Milotic that prevents supporters from affecting your hand, sure. Because then you could use that as like a one-of for like a free Echo Horn effect, basically. And you could just like boss or counter catcher and, take an easy KO on like. But your opponent chooses, so they're never going to, unless they have no choice, they're never going to choose to put like an Arceus V over like something, really random, like a Pidgey or a Charmander or something. Professor Toro's Scenario, it's a future card. Put one of your Pokemon in play. Put one of your Pokemon in play into your hand. Discard all cards attached to the Pokemon. So, pretty cool. Manchow, Rika, Dottler. Oh no! The special Iron Hands EX. This card's gonna be a menace. Oh my god. Amp you very much for a lightning triple colorless, 120 damage. If you knock out your opponent's active Pokemon using this attack, you take an extra prize card. Wonderful. Iron Moth, I don't really care what it does. This is, for many people, the chase card of the set, at least from a competitive point of view. This card is incredible, and it's a pretty cool art. You can see all the way starting back here, all the holes from the walls that Iron Hands has run through. Absolutely incredible. Whoa. Okay. That is huge. Love to see it. I definitely want Iron Hands EX. It's an incredible card. It's gonna be played. You're gonna see it. There's really nothing you can do about it. So to be able to pull it is fantastic, especially that alt. Octillery. I don't know why Octillery is always claymation, right? Golbat, Ambipom, Snorlax doll. It's similar to Lily's Pokédoll, except it has a lot more health. However, you could only play it on the first turn of the game, so I don't know how much use it's going to get. Spinda, Fuecoco, and a Morpeko in a Hungry Hurry. As this Pokemon has no energy attached, it has no retreat cost. Energize the wheel for 2 dark, does 70 damage. Move 2 dark energy from this Pokemon to one of your other Pokemon. That's not bad. If it has no energy, it's a free pivot. It's not terrible. I don't know really where you'd play it, but you could. You certainly could. And that's just an energy. Let's go with the Pansage. Minun, that's actually adorable, especially for this time of year for the fall. Absolutely adorable. Snorunt, Knacklestack, Wugtrio, Technical Machine Blindside. So this is another TM. Again, same rules apply. You attach it, you discard at the end of the turn, whether you use the attack or not. 3 colorless energies. Blindside does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that already has damage counters on it. Then we can put damage counters onto opponent's Pokemon very easily, whether we attacked in the previous turn, double gunner with the Inteleon, Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX. We can use the Flying Entry Holucha to put 1 damage counter on 2 of our opponent's bench Pokemon. Very easy to get damage counters onto stuff. We can do 100 damage. Iron Bundle, Hyper Blower. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the oh my god. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your opponent's active Pokemon. Wait. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all cards attached. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Joltik, Zubat, and a Wo-Chien. The Iron Bundle is kind of cool if our opponent only has like 1 Pokemon in play. We can play down the Iron Bundle, use the ability to force them to bring up that 1 Pokemon, and then we discard the Iron Bundle, which makes bench space, and also denies the prizes of something like an Iron Bundle. We don't have to worry about it being stuck in the active, anything like that. I don't really know why Iron Bundle has a retreat cost of 1. It's one of the fastest Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and it has a retreat cost of 1. So that's interesting to me. I guess I guess the reason they did it is, oh, Vanillish. Oh, the art rare Vanillish, very nice. And a Espathra. I guess the reason they did that is so you couldn't start it and then just free retreat it to the bench. You have to have like a little bit of commitment, so it makes sense. I get it. But still. I just want to take this moment to thank the Pokemon Company International for sending me all of this Paradox Rift to open up early here on the channel. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And you can show your appreciation to Pokemon, for me, on my behalf anyway, by liking the video and commenting and all that fun stuff. So I appreciate that. The Gibble, like I said, I want the Garchomp. Professor Sada's Vitality. Okay, a little bit of a different name than the translation we had. Choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of them. If you attach any energy this way, draw 3 cards. Very, very nice. Tatsugiri, Vanillish, Counter Catcher Reverse, and a Kingdra. Okay, we're getting some wonderful playable staple cards here. Absolutely wonderful. I would love more Professor Sada's Vitality. I was going to call it, I don't actually remember what the translated version was. I'm trying to think, and I don't remember. We got a Larry. It's not that good. Larry himself is incredible, but the card, they did him a little dirty with the card. Durant, Earthen Vessel, another ancient card. You can only play it if you discard a card from your hand. Search your deck for 2 basic energies and put them into your hand. Medical Energy, when you attach this Pokemon, you heal 30 damage to that Pokemon. It's okay. Another Gibble. Reverse Oricorio. Golisopod is the Hollow. Oh, that's a reverse Gibble. Okay. We have a handful of packs left. What do we got? We got a bunch still. Oh my god, I'm going so slow. 3, 4, 7, 10. We still got 14 packs. So I'm going to kind of rip through these a little bit faster. I'm only going to stop. And now that I think we've covered pretty much all the playable cards, I'm just going to kind of rip through these and only talk about the EXs, at least the good ones, right? Because that's all I care about. That's the last Natu I'm going to put. Steenie, we got a Simipour, we got an Iron Bundle, Pumpkaboo, and the Mela Full Art. Whoa, okay, we are getting the money cards this box. Okay. I see you, Pokemon. I know what you did. I know what you did last summer. Whoa, baby. That is primo. And I don't talk like that. That's weird. I don't know why I said that. I feel like a 90s California surfer. Bro, primo. Anyway, that's weird. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Toxel, Liepard, Techno Radar, another Counter Catcher. Very nice. Masquerain, Nacali, Whismer, and a full art Golden Go EX coin bonus once during your turn. You may draw a card. If this Pokemon is in the active spot, drawing extra card. We can use this ability for each of the Golden Go EXs in play, which means if we have 4 Golden Go EXs, one of them's in the active spot. We draw 2 for the one in the active and 1 for each on the bench. We just drew 5 cards for free, not including if we switch any. Now we draw 6, right? Because 2 switch into the active is 2, use the other, that's 6. Make it rain for a single a single metal energy. 50 times the number of cards, discard any number of basic energies from your hand, does 50 damage for each energy you discarded this way. Now it does specify basic energy cards. So that means if you have a double turbo energy, you're not doing 100 damage by discarding a single double turbo. You're doing 50 because it's 1 energy card. Even though double turbo energy provides 2 energies, it does not matter. It specifically says energy cards. So that's a pretty big distinction in terms of how much damage this thing could realistically do. But we saw one of these supporters earlier lets you get some energies from the discard. We have things like superior energy retrieval to get energies back from the discard. Tulip, it gets you psychic energy, so never mind, that doesn't count. Techno Radar, Vanillite, Steelix. So Clara will get you energies back into your hand. Superior energy retrieval will do it. There's a bunch of ways we can get energies. Recover them after we discard them. With an attack like the Make It Rain, we can go ahead and just get them right back the very next turn. And we're just attacking for a single metal energy, so it's really easy to power them up. Steenie, Gliscor, Absol, Pansage, TM Evolution, and Latios. Look at this stack of playables. Like this thick stack of playables. Look at this. This is crazy how much stuff I'm putting to the side. I have never put this many cards aside from a single booster box opening. This is absurd. Whoa. This is a set that I've been so excited for. I've been so pumped for this site. This set. For this site. I don't know what site. Pumpkaboo. Zubat. Gimmighoul. Guess we'll need that if we got the Golden Go. Zip Striker. Luxurious Cape. Amber Palm, Remoraid, Gimmighoul, and oh yes, there it is, the Garchomp EX Hydrolander, 160 damage for just a single fighting energy. Attach up to 3 basic fighting energies from your discard to your bench Pokemon any way you want. Sonic Dive for 2 colors, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, which is really, really nice. So we can kind of dive deep and hit something on the bench, 120 damage, soften it up, get a KO, follow up with a KO, something like that. Really cool. Very happy to pull that. This is going so much better now that we're in the back of this booster box, let me tell you. Wimpod, Elekid, Tinkatuff, Trubbish, Ancient Booster Capsule Energy, excellent. Cyclizar, Professor Turo's Scenario, Pansear, Minoon, and a Chien Pao. Chien Pao Snowbringer, attach up to 2 basic water energies from discard to one of your Pokemon. Probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. But it's cool to see, Wo-Chien and Tinglu, Chien Pao all getting their single prize holo rares, just like we saw all the other legendaries basically that happened with the Urshifus. Battle styles, we got Single and Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, and in the very next set, in Chilling Reign, we got the single prize versions of Single Strike and Rapid Strike Urshifu. So we're seeing it here now with the Treasures of Ruin. We got the Masquerain, the Garganacl, and another Garganacl. So that was kind of like deja vu, huh? Moving on, we are 7. Final 7, right? So that was the start of Top Cut right there, right? That last pack with the double Garganacl was the start of our Top Cut, our top 8 of this booster box opening. So cool. Steel. I don't even know why I bother looking at the energies. I have 1,000 of them, and I never guess them right. So we'll put one Gabite off to the side. Chantal, Garbodor, future booster capsule energy. We haven't seen this one yet. The future Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, and the attacks do an extra 120, so that's great. Gourgeist, Tinkatink, and a Deoxys. So that Future Booster Capsule Energy, pretty nice. It really goes with the Iron Hands, because you do 120, but now you do 140, and guess who has is weak to lightning and has 280 health? Lugia and Pidgeot. Luminion's weak to lightning. You do enough damage to KO it. So you take 3 prizes off of all those Pokemon. There's the Chi-Yu. Oh, the Cyclizar alt art, gorgeous. This is just an energy I'm pulling off the back. And we have a Groudon. Excellent, excellent. This is gorgeous. I love Cyclizar. I think it's such an underrated Pokemon. I know it's really popular in competitive singles. At least I'm pretty sure it's competitive. The ability the attack Shed Tail is really popular in competitive singles. But I don't know if Cyclizar itself is. I don't know how many other things get that attack. But I do really love Cyclizar, so I'm actually very happy to have pulled that. That's really cool. Just getting rid of the energy. Doublade, Miltank, Wimpod, Plusle, Screamtail, Iron Bundle, Ferrothorn, Flittle, Wo-Chien, Mewtwo EX, Lightning type Mewtwo. It has a psychic attack cost, so it's a Terror type shifted Mewtwo. It does a bunch of damage. Does 10 plus 30 more for each psychic energy attached to all of your Pokemon. It's a basic EX Pokemon, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to be super useful in something like Gardevoir, simply because you have no easy way to power this thing up. I mean, you can attach Raihan and then use Gardevoir to power up all your other Pokemon, right? That's something you can do. And then you still do the 30 damage. One of the benefits of it is that you don't have to attach it all to it. So it's not incredibly easy to KO right afterwards. Unlike something like a Zacian V or something like that. But, not the easiest to KO. Aegislash EX. I actually kind of like Aegislash. Double metal energy. And it does 220, 30 to itself. But for a single metal, 70 times for each prize card you have taken. So 70 for each prize card you have taken. So it's kind of hard to use because you're doing so little damage at the beginning. 70 damage just isn't enough, but your opponent takes 5 prizes. Well, 70 times 5. It's a lot of damage, right? So I don't know why I'm getting a sleeve. So it's cool, but I don't know where you would really be able to maximize its effect. I don't know if there's another Aegislash, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's good enough to really build a deck around, but I do like Aegislash a lot, so I hope it works. Gibble, Snorlax Doll, Tinkaton, Tatsugiri, Simipour, Surskit, and a Brute Bonnet. So we got 2 packs left. This has been incredible. Just from the number of playables that we pulled, I am so excited, so happy. So energy, Nickit. Can I keep this on? I don't know why I struggle with that so much, but I do. Toadscruel, Screamtail, De-Evolution, Reverse Porygon, Reverse Bug Trio, and a Hollow Palkia. So, down to the final pack again. Can't thank Pokemon enough for sending me the Paradox Rift to open early. Thank you. It really means so much to me. I hope you enjoyed this pack opening. We'll see if we get a little last pack magic, but I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned some of the cool new cards coming. I hope if you are opening Paradox Rift, I hope you get your chase card. I hope you get some incredible powerful Pokemon EXs, some awesome trainer cards, Earthen Vessel, you love to see it, Iron Bundle, Toadscruel, Screamtail, and Roaring Moon EX to close out the video. Calamity Storm does 100 damage and 120 more if we discard a Stadium, but the real benefit of this card is the Frenzied Gouging for 2 dark at a close. You just knock out your opponent's active Pokemon. It's just boom.
No,
done,
that's a lot of damage.
I pulled that sleeve. I knew I was getting something. This has been one of the best openings I've done. Maybe I didn't get like the craziest. I mean, I'm actually super happy with this. And just this enormous stack of playables this has been fantastic. So, again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Pokemon for sending me the product. It means the world to me. If you haven't, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff tells YouTube other people need to be watching this video. I'm going to be opening these other boxes, so make sure you do subscribe so you can see some more pack openings. I'm going to be building some decks with these cards. Can't wait to do it. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. Tell me in the comments what cards you're hoping to pull from your Paradox Rift boxes. That's a big hand. That's the Iron Hands, by the way. That's so stupid. I'm gonna go. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. I want to give a special shout out to the YouTube members Black Winds, Mike the Highest, Fernando Ortiz, Chin Pokemon, and Eric N. Thank you all so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. And if you want to become a channel member, you can go ahead and click the channel member button somewhere at the bottom of the page. I'm not really sure. I haven't done it myself.